So first chart in first category of charts, that is the charts that are not drawn to time scale, is operation process chart or outline process chart. OPC provides bird's eye view of the whole process. It provides the chronological sequence, the sequence in which different activities occur of all operations and inspections that occur in a manufacturing or business process. So only two elements of work are used, operations and inspections. It also shows material used and time taken by operator for different elements of work. So this is very important that we do show using a horizontal line the materials that are used in an operation as well as time taken. So the number is mentioned, the amount of time is mentioned, but time is not drawn according to scale. Generally, a process chart is made for full assembly. This is also a unique use of this chart actually, that it is made for full assembly. That is, it shows all operations and inspection that occur from the arrival of raw material to the packaging of the finished product. So we get a good idea of the sequence of activities as well as sequence of assemblies that takes place. So the chart depicts the entrance of all components and sub-assemblies to the main assembly. So we start with a vertical line downward on the right side. So drawing this chart starts from the right of the page, and time allowed is mentioned on the left side of each operation, while on the right side description of each operation or inspection is mentioned. Operation and inspection are numbered in order in which they occur, and this order is very important. So the numbering continues from one part to another, starting from the right hand side to the left hand side where second part joins. Sequence of numbering is transferred from one to another component in sequence in which it is to be assembled to the main assembly. So let's look at an example. So like other charts, we mentioned some process related details at the top. Then these horizontal lines show the entrance of raw material to the process. So we have this line of a series of processes. It could be a specific department. Then we have this department and this third one. So on the right side, we have drawn the first vertical line that actually shows the processes for the main assembly. So the assembly to which other sub-assemblies will join. So it might be, for example, a chassis in the case of a car assembly. So the numbering starts with 1. So first we have O1 or operation 1, operation 2, and so on up to operation 5. And then numbering moves to the left, and this is O6, O7, O8, O9, O10. And then at O11, this main assembly and the sub-assembly coming from this department are joined together. Similarly, the numbering moves to the left, so it is O11, and this is not O3, this is O13, O14, O15, O16, and this sub-assembly coming from operation 11, the one coming from this department, and this new material are joined together at operation 17, and then this sub-assembly that is joined with this material at operation 18, and finally this component is joined with a sub-assembly that was generated from operation 19 at operation 20, and similar numbering is there for inspection. So it is inspection 1 and inspection 2 and inspection 3 and so on. So we have used two symbols, circle for operation, square for inspection, and numbering started from the right side, it moved to the left, and actually all sub-assemblies, the one coming from here and the raw materials actually kept on assembling with this main assembly. Secondly, the time was mentioned on the left of each operation. You can see here, so this is time, and description was mentioned on the right side. And in the end, we can have a summary of the number of operations and the time taken by all operation together and the number of inspections as well. So for this part that has three components, here is an example. So this is not a complete OPC, but just to give you an idea of the numbering. So starting from 1, 2, up to 6, and then 7, 8, and join together at 9, and then 10, 11, up to 13, and uh, the assembly took place at 14. So again, the main assembly, and then these are the sub-assemblies that are joining with the main assembly. Here is yet another example. So again, some process related details must be written at the top, and numbering starts from again from right side. But before that, again, I would re-emphasize the entrance of raw material. So that is shown as horizontal line or a horizontal arrow. So this is the starting material for main assembly department. So numbering start with 1, 2, 3, then moves to the left. So 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 9. And this main assembly and this sub-assembly are joining together at operation 10. Then numbering moves to the left from 11 up to 21. And this is the sub-assembly and this one are joined together at operation 22. And this way, this numbering goes on. So we can get a fair idea of two things. One is the operations that are performed in each department, their sequence is depicted by OPC, as well as where different sub-assemblies are joined together with the main assembly, and finally, the final product is made. So here is an activity for you. So I will pause the video and ask you to assign numbers to different operations and inspection in this OPC. Usefulness, the completed OPC helps analyze the present method. It helps us visualize the present method with all its details so that the new and better procedures may be devised. It shows analysts what effect a change on a given operation will have on the preceding and subsequent operations. So we have all operations and inspection for all products required in the final assembly is shown at one page, so we can easily see what would be the impact of any changes. So we have the chronological sequence on this chart, so we can get an idea of what could be the ideal plant layout. So apparently, this main assembly unit might be at the center of other departments so that the traveling distance is reduced, or we can arrange the departments in a way that the traveling time is reduced. So this was a brief overview of the outline process chart. I hope after solving the assignments on OPC, you will get a better idea of how to construct it and how to assign numbering to different operations and inspections. Thank you very much.